Hey guys, Loco here, and today I bring you a new series to the channel, which is going to be Hearts of Iron 4 playing the Dishonour DLC as Romania. Now, a few of you may be confused, as I did put a video on this channel saying I was going to be doing these series on my other channel, and I did upload the initial part over there. However, after some serious thinking, I've decided to do things differently, which I'm not going to get into at this moment in time because it's a long, boring story, but I will do an update video at some point with what's going to be happening. But long story short, this channel is going to be the main channel now. This is the one I'm going to be mainly focusing on for all the strategy games. The other channel is just going to be for the OSC clan story stuff on Arma 2. But regardless of that, the main focus of this channel is all your Hearts of Iron 4 stuff and any strategy game related content, amongst other things. So back to the main story at hand. Also, I do apologise for the crackling as I speak. My microphone is knackered basically, so I'm having to get a new one sorted out pretty soon, so do bear with it for the time being. I'm going to get the game music up ever so slightly so we have a little bit. Okay, so I am basically playing this on like the normal setting. I can't remember what the actual difficulty settings are. What are the difficulty settings? I don't know, but it's not the easiest setting. I've changed it over this time. So basically what I'm going to do is, when I was playing this, actually started playing this last time, I was deciding in the end to go down the route of communism. The reason why I feel that would be a good idea is because I want to become a major power within the Baltics, and I feel that the Soviet Union is going to be a massive problem for us down the line, so I believe if we maybe join them, things could look better. So what we're going to do straight away is look at some national focus. So we don't want to do these. We can actually get some diplomats to deal with increasing our communism. So we want to do Balkans dominance, justify war goal time. So we're going to increase that. Research, we're going to look to do the basic things, which should always really do, which is going to be production efficiency cap 10%, and also construction. We're also going to look to decrease our research time. There we go. Okay, so we've got some free factories. First of all, I'm going to get some more civilian factories set up, and then get some more military ones. Leave that like that for now. We'll do the rest later on. Okay, so what do we need? Are we missing anything? We're going to have a problem with resources in terms of steel. That's going to be an issue. Let's have a look what divisions we've got. So they need motorised infantry and light tanks, which we don't have any motorised in train at the moment. There's a lot of editing we can do on these brigades. So we're going to do a bit of production in terms of motorised, just so we have one there ticking over. And the other one can go on support equipment. Once we've done with support equipment, we'll then knock out and get the rest sorted out as well. In terms of navy, I do believe we have 4 destroyers. Is that correct? Yes, we do. Now, I'm not going to have a major focus on the surface fleet. I feel that... oh, God. One problem which we are going to have as well is with the king. Yeah, spending all his money. So, the mistress of King Carol II has reportedly purchased a new villa in an expensive suburb in Bucharest. How she could afford it was subject to extensive speculation. New evidence in foreign newspapers strongly suggests that the king himself authorised the purchase with government money. So what do? Are we going to support him or not? The king took the money out in advance in his allowance, so that kind of helps him out, but it doesn't screw us over completely, as we don't want 20% for some good factories, and that is going to severely hurt us. Manpower's low, but we have to deal with it. Resources is a problem, which we'll look at in a moment. So as I was saying, in terms of our navy, surface force is going to be primarily small, but to deal with the Black Sea. Mainly we are later today going to work actually on submarines. What we need at the moment though is to get our convoys up to a larger number, so we are going to work on that. Get rid of the submarine. What do we want? Convoys. 2 convoys. Up. So in terms of resources, we are down heavily on steel, tungsten as well. So we're going to get all these sorted out so we can do the production which we need at this moment in time, and make it more viable for us. So what I want to do is mass along the borders as well to keep us secure.
Gata să trăiți.
So border seems fine.
Am înțeles.
We went along the border with the Soviets.
Atențiune! Gata de marș.
Probably best for now.
Atențiune! Am înțeles.
Get some up here. Any around here? Yeah, we'll get these two.
Ordonați.
This is fine.
Ordonați.
Okay, these three can move to the south.
Atențiune!
And the border with Bulgaria, just in case.
Atențiune!
Like I said, I don't want to be creating any front lines as of yet, but...
Atenție! Ordonați.
This bar is the only one that's not going to be defended.
Atenție!
Do have 3 divisions here. Move them out of the way for now, and then we'll deal with that. Speed this up a little bit. What was shorter now? Steel. Okay, so...
Adunarea! Adunarea!
Right, so Border's got men on them. We haven't got men on the border with Czechoslovakia, but we should be okay for now. Men are around in other areas. We're going to move these to actual cities.
Gata să trăiți.
Any others we need to protect? They're over there. These can move to the mountains here.
Gata
We
de
do have
marș.
a armoured division here, which is technically, yes, we'll call it armoured, that's fine. So with that being set up, what's happening with supply? Get rid of all them. See if France can supply us. So in terms of our construction at the moment, we have now 5 factories, but we should be producing at full capacity. These are definitely going to take some time to build those up. Got some motorised trucks getting sorted. Are we actually producing any tanks? We are. Eventually we need to start looking at some, well, soon we need to start looking at some aircraft. But we'll keep things going as they are at the moment in time and keep things speeding along. So obviously from history, I haven't got the historical AI focus on either, just to try and have things go a little bit differently. Crazy things have happened before. The United Kingdom has actually attacked and invaded Belgium and stuff I've seen. It just makes things a little bit different, a little bit less predictable. But I'm assuming they're going to go down similar paths anyway. But main fear for me was Soviets being so close to us, would have to build a lot of fortifications. So remilitarization of Rhineland, which Germany has done, which is to be expected. So Balkans dominance sorted out. So we now can sort out as industry. It's going to need some more military factories. Basically, yeah, for military factories. That's great. Let's do that. Now, in terms of terrain, it is a very defendable country, to be fair, from what I can see. In terms of the terrain. Now, even though there's a lot of plains around, there's a river all the way down here joining us with the Soviets. Forts on this side of the border, of the river, and the border, would cause them difficulties invading us. Same with the south, with the river down here. Yep, we do have a problem with this position here because there are plains as well. But we could also here hold. Same to north here. This region, there isn't the rivers, however, it moves up to mountainous terrain. So this section where the mountains are around this edge should be easily defendable. I think the weak point within that would be this region here, but that's still going through some difficult terrain in terms of forest, etc. However, I'm hoping it's not going to come to that, but we'll see what the Germans are going to do, and hopefully the communists aren't really going to pressure us too much. But we are going to look to do communist revolutionary. So that's going to be the idea of where we're going to go with this. So at the moment in time, there's nothing really much we can do, just wait and see. Well, we are doing a bit of waiting. There's another series we're going to be starting. The next video up on the channel is probably going to be one from Empire Total War. I decided to do, I did a test recording, but I decided to do a series on that plane as Spain, so I'm looking forward to that. I've not played that game in such a long time, and I really enjoyed playing it back in the day. It's one of my all-time favourites, so I'm hoping it's something you guys will enjoy as well. But there's going to be a lot of that coming to the channel. I decided to go back to a few older strategy games, as well as some current, just to mix things up a little bit. I don't want to, as I've said numerous times on both the channels, be a one-trick pony. So it's not going to be all out Find 4 series and videos, but I'm going to mix the content up. I'll give you guys what you want to see. Also, I'm going to be thinking of maybe doing another New Zealand series as Communist, but we'll see how that goes out. There's a lot to talk about, which I'll do, like I say, at a later stage. Right, okay, so we need to build up to get Communist support. I want to do that straight away. I'll sort it out. We'll carry on with the research time, trying to get knocked down. We're in recruitment at the moment, production-wise. Motorized looking good. Light tanks. We've almost got the reinforcement needs sorted. Spanish Civil War broke out. It's to be expected. I'd like to play Spain in this as well, see how that go down. Construction's still ever so slow, but it is working as it should do. Once we get convoys up to, say, about 100, we should take time. I'm going to start building some submarines. These 4 destroyers literally are for protection here, which we shouldn't really have much difficulty here, especially if we're going to be allies in the same group. Okay, so what's happening? A lot of research done, national focus is done. So, I've always done this before, concentrate industry, because of 15% factory output. However, for losing 5% factory output, we also get... What do we get? Bomb vulnerability 10% less, conversion speed but 20%, which is never used. But the product efficiency retention and the efficiency base goes up. So for me, it's a no-brainer now. National focus, the agrarian reform, which is going to consumer goods factors minus 5%, which is going to help us for our construction, so we'll do that. Much factors sorted out, so do we want any aircraft in? I think it's best to get some interwar fighters set. Just the one for now. And do the other one on support equipment. Down aluminium, which we'll work towards. Okay, so far, so good. There's nothing major happening, but it's still very early on in the game. So, a little bit more about our focus and what I'm hoping to actually do. So, the main goal is the entirety of the Balkans. So, it's going to be Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Greece, and Albania. Now, Albania is probably going to fall to the Italians pretty soon. Taking some of these islands as well. And this land here. Maybe even Turkey, who knows. But if we can control Europe, that'd be great. However, I don't really want to start a war with the Allies, because if the United States come in, it's a pain in the ass getting over there. However, fascist could be good. Let the Allies deal with Japan. To be fair, it won't be such an issue for us if we are going to be allies or in with the Soviets. So we'll see how that goes down. See what comes around as we're going on. So once again, Kings throw some lavish parties. Despite the King himself, the official coverage of the recent feast of the Royal Palace has caused great public dissent. Pictures of the King's mistress. It's all about his missus. Well, his mistress. Expensive French evening gown and detailed descriptions of the 7-course meal eaten from golden plates have further inflamed the population. It's not a government concern. Oh, I don't want to do either. We need to get this up. We need political power increase. This rate, we're never going to be communists. Okay, so construction's done as well. This is obviously going to help us get some more factories. Resource efficiency gain. What resource gain? I do believe I have a lot of oil. 70. We can pump more steel and more aluminium out if we do that. So I feel for now. No, don't do that. Stick to the basics. Get those pumping out. It'll take some time. We'll deal with industry. Yeah. Industry and engineering is things I want to deal with straight away. Can't see us being in any wars just yet. Purging the Soviet Union, to be expected. Agrarian reforms are done. What now? Bit of infrastructure. We'll live with that. Infrastructure's not too bad at the moment. How can I look at my infrastructure? It's just on construction. Oh, we've got some falls, so that's going to increase things a little bit, depending where they're building it. But infrastructure is something we need to work on. I want to not have any issues on the home front, so to speak. Okay, so everything seems quiet. Oh, yeah. It's little Ethiopia, which is always to be expected. Manpower is slightly being increased, but we're not really going to get a massive army, to be fair. Volunteer force obviously will change later on to limited conscription. Yeah, extensive could be okay, because train time 10%, that's not really going to be a massive issue for us. What aircraft do we have so far? We do have 48 fighters over to the south there, 24 to the north. These seem to be older ones though. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this is going to pan out. Hopefully things go according to plan. We shall certainly see. Convoys are still being built. Transport system sorted out. Ah, I looked at this before. Invite foreign roads companies. Or add 2 civilian factories, which is what we're going to do. We really need the civilian factories, so we'll work on that for the time being. We're almost up to state, unless the king does something stupid. Hopefully it won't.
Ordonați!
Let's have a look at these templates. Not bad. Get some artillery in that as well. Be alright. A bit of recon units. There's a lot of changes to do on that. I could. God's sake. In fact, we're not doing that yet. We're going to quickly change to communist support. That's done. That's done. We're going for the least amount every time. Right, research. So, radio for reinforcement rank, and industry-wise, synthetic refinery. Do we really need this for the oil? I don't think we're going to this state. I don't think we are. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So we could do with some support weapons. So that's what we're looking at now. I don't think oil's going to be an issue at the minute. We're not really going to be producing that much of a force needed. Okay, so still cracking along. Could do again with the king. There is a line somewhere. He's over here. He's over here. Ah. Don't want that. Man, just things we can do down there. Minute, what's this? Yeah, there's a lot of research stuff. Naval. Coastal defense. Yeah, there's a lot of research we need to have a look at later on. National focuses, I mean, sorry. We'll just keep it as it is for now. It's not going to be too much longer this video, guys. I had to make a quick one. I've not got a lot of time today. But tomorrow I'm hoping to get some more recordings done. Right, so that's sorted out. What we're going to go for now. Steelworks. 12 steel, that's going to help. Civilian factory. get more oil. Research slot. Ooh, let's go for that. That's going to be essential for us. Research wise looking good. Excavation's almost done, so we should pump out a little bit more resources. We're getting out 4, 6 and 70. Oh, 6, 4, 70. So 6, 4, 70. It's done nothing. Fast go up. 957, so we can increase the construction time, or do this one, or ooh, there's a lot. I forgot about this new feature. We'll have a big gap between, so I think factory output and everything is quite important. So work on that for now. Or is the fact that we need less? I don't know, how does that work? Okay, so we're now caught up with that. We can now look to get the artillery up. Once the artillery is done, which should be done in a moment, then we can start working on infantry equipment. And hopefully we'll soon have tons of supplies. And we're not going to be creating a bigger army as of yet. We do have sufficient forces to be able to actually launch an attack somewhere. So, yeah, it's not too shabby. Okay. Right, they're done. Right, 80 a day, that's going to take some time. Say with 20 a day, 10 days is 200. Which is 2,000. God damn it. Yeah, it's going to take a long time. Steelworks is done. So we can now get rid of some of this trade for steel. Gives one extra factory. Get rid of one of these. Oil we can't do anything about just yet. So we'll go invest in this first, which grants 2 military factories. Where did the infrastructure go? These are at least 5, so 3 infrastructure we can deal with later on. Got some civilian factories pumping out as well, so things are looking good. We're probably going to steamroll. I might only just get to 50 convoys. I think that'll be enough. I might work on a little bit bigger of a surface fleet. Spot weapons is done, and radio's done. 938, we can't really do a lot now. Do we want Marines or Paratroopers? Paratroopers I don't want. Marines, don't really want them either at the moment in time. 936, we can get recon. We can do some things with armour, change the light tanks, get heavy tanks, or we can just go down this route. I'm not going to bother heavy tanks just yet. It's just more things to produce. While we're actually producing artillery, though, we could do upgrading artillery, so we'll do that. And we will work on. Yeah, we'll upgrade the armour as well. How's communism looking? It's going slow but surely. Oh, what now? What do you mind to? Communicating a bill scandal, following rumours of corruption in the army's procurement process. The King has promised an impartial investigation into the matter. A military report has been leaked to the press, confirming not only the rumours but directly implicating the King's closest advisors in the matter. The entire affair has become an embarrassment for the government. The King demands action, but has declared his full support for the advisors in question. Signed contract. Oh, shit, man. Better have 2 evils, isn't it? Marco Polo Bridge incident. That's done. Now we can get some more oil. Use. That should secure us in the future. That's really going to help us as well. We need some more steel. We're nearly there. Tanks upgrade now, but we're going to have to update the tanks once again soon. Get a stockpile of these equipment as well. Yep, we have aircraft now. 37. Are they all updated or are these not updated? PZL11. Right. We should look at air research. Should grade. Come on, let's do it. Oh, cancel. No, don't do that yet. Right, let's do the aircraft. Let's get them upgraded. Right, what can we do here? What happened? Can we do anything? Aircraft designer. Ah, yeah, let's do that. So using them, increase, gets them a little bit better, so we'll do that, I suppose. More oil, which is good. Right, how do we do this? 50 factories, that's never going to happen. Right, okay, so we can't do that line anymore. We need at least 400,000 manpower. Wait, is that 400,000? 400,000 manpower in divisions in the field. Okay, so what's this going to do? We can remove the king. Who the hell's FRN? What are we trying to be? PCR. Is anything there mentioned PCR? Some of these things sound good, but ooh. Bother it. No aligned. I think we can still become communist. We'll have to see. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, guys, is I've gone over a little bit longer than I was intending to, so I'm going to end the video there. So far, we're trying to go towards the route of communism. We're now at 24%, but it has been deteriorated. Not sure what's going to happen. We may end up going down the unaligned route, which I hope not, because yeah, 50%. Well, it's going to be 50% soon. So then we can do wars, but we need to carry on with our research and development. Carry on with getting our supplies in and production, get it sorted out. Just keep on the right path. If we go on communism, we're going to be more secure. So hopefully that happens. But we'll just have to wait and see. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, don't forget to give it a like. It really does help me out. Let me know your suggestions and any feedback you've got. Put them down in the comments below. And I'll see you all soon.